Since the 1980s, China's leaders have invented slogans to indicate where they wanted to take the country. Deng Xiaoping came up with socialism with Chinese characteristics, a kind of goulash, if you will, of Marxism and capitalism. In 2000, Jiang Zemin offered the three represents, a clunky phrase meaning the Communist Party should welcome the country's most productive elements, including business people and capitalists. It should also represent an advanced culture, and third, represent the overwhelming majority of Chinese people. Jiang's successor Hu Jintao announced the goal of a harmonious society. That meant the party should ensure that China's growing riches were distributed more fairly to keep social tensions down. Now, Xi Jinping has come up with the Chinese dream. Contributor David Bandurski says it's hard to figure out what Xi means.
When China's new top leader, Xi Jinping, introduced his political catchphrase, the Chinese dream, late last year, a lot of people liked the idea. It didn't seem as stiff as phrases in the past, like the three represents, or socialism with Chinese characteristics. It seemed popular, inspirational. The problem was how to define it. Xi Jinping has said right on the official homepage of the Chinese dream that the point is to realize the great revival of the Chinese people. That could mean just about anything, including more strident nationalism. As The Economist noted, it seems to include some American-style aspiration, which is welcome, but also a troubling whiff of nationalism and of repackaged authoritarianism. The Chinese dream could mean anything to anyone, and managing the idea of the Chinese dream has not been easy for the party leadership this year. China's first political crisis of 2013 happened when staff at Southern Weekly, one of the country's top newspapers, took to the streets to protest the gutting by propaganda officials of their New Year's edition. The original editorial for the issue said, "Chinese people should be free people, and the Chinese dream is one of constitutionalism." But the idea that the Chinese dream is about greater rights and political freedoms has been under relentless attack ever since. In mid-April, the Communist Party's official Global Times newspaper wrote that it was an error to think the Chinese dream was about constitutionalism. The next month, a leading CCP journal, Chaoyang, attacked the idea of constitutionalism as being fundamentally bourgeois and capitalist, unsuited to China's system of socialism. Unity, it seems, is at the heart of Xi Jinping's Chinese dream. In late May, Chaoyang, the CCP journal, ran a fear-mongering piece saying that all Chinese media needed to be positive and refrain from potentially destabilizing criticism of the system. There are certain powers that hope to use the internet as a means to bring about the collapse of China, the article said. The new generation of party leaders is determined to alleviate social tensions, it added. But time is necessary. The closer we get to the shores of our dream, the easier it is to run aground. As China faces slowing economic growth and rising social tensions, the leadership's top priorities are maintaining stability and solidifying party rule. As inspirational as it may sound, the Chinese dream must serve these goals. It's about generating hope while controlling expectations. It's about saying to the people of China, we can achieve great things as long as everyone stays in line. As for rights and freedoms, those can wait. In Hong Kong, I'm David Bandurski for LinkAsia.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.